And man, this is so disappointing in my beloved Marine Corps. Explain what's going on with the Marines go extreme on extremist policy. Tell me a little bit about this story. Tell my audience a little bit about this.
Yeah, so let me back it up a little bit. On the first day that Lloyd Austin came in as Biden's Secretary of Defense, and again, Lloyd Austin served as a four-star general. His final job was as the commander of U.S. Central Command. He oversaw the whole Benghazi debacle, and so, of course, he was brought back by Biden to be the Secretary of Defense. And on day one of his tenure at the Pentagon, he started off by saying the military is full of extremists, the military has an extremism problem, and he's going to root out all these extremists in the force. And so we were all, literally every single one of us in the force, we had to go through an extremism stand down. We had to have training on what extremism is. And there was all sorts of studies done by prominent think tanks that came back and said there's not a problem in the military, contrary to what Lloyd Austin believes, that people who sign up and are willing to risk their lives and swear to the Constitution are, by and large, not extremists. They're good Americans. But Lloyd Austin is not satisfied with that. So back in June, the Army put out a new extremism policy, which essentially encourages commanders to find people who have been accused of extremism as guilty, because it's less work for them to do that than to actually investigate and find out that the person is just a normal, patriotic American. The Marine Corps followed suit and just recently put out a policy on extremism that says if you suspect someone is an extremist, you are now bound by regulation to report that within 30 minutes. What a witch hunt that will encourage people to go out on. If a soldier dies on a weapons training range, there isn't even a policy that says within 30 minutes you must report this. It shows you where the priority is for the Pentagon right now. The Marine Corps had held out the longest and been kind of the sanest of the services when it came to all this woke stuff. And so I'm deeply, deeply disappointed because, as you and I have talked about before, even though I'm a soldier, came out of the Army, I have a tremendous amount of respect for the Marine Corps and my Marine brethren. And so I'm just beside myself with frustration that the Marine Corps is going down this trail and trying to encourage people to rat on others in the ranks.